Matt Groover here. I wanted to just share a little bit about believing and knowing. Paul made a statement to Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 12. He says, I know whom I've believed in, and I'm persuaded that he is able to keep that which I've committed to him against that day. And Paul is speaking about his very life, which he is committed to Jesus based on what he knows about him and what he has come to believe about him. And we do the same thing in our lives. We tend to move in the direction of wherever belief takes us. And that's based on what we know. Knowing God is a little different because he's invisible, but he did send Jesus to be with us, Emmanuel. And we know what he is up to and what he is doing because we see him active and working. We see him in creation, the creation he has made. And it speaks to us regarding his invisible traits. It says in Romans, I believe, chapter 1, verse 20. And David, let's go back to David for a moment. When David, the shepherd boy, long before he was king, walked out into a field to face a giant that had been threatening the army of Israel, David walked out there because he knew God, and he believed God because he came to know God by the experiences that he went through. And it's the same for us. God is building faith in us by what we know of God. And what we know of God, we receive because we are actively pressing in to gain access to him and experience his presence, know his word, and see those things worked out in our lives. Relationships, that's how they work. Believing and knowing. So, if you want to experience richness in your life, and many of you are, and many of you do, if we want to see our lives enriched even more, it's through connections. Believing and knowing, especially with the Lord. It's a faith effort, but that's what pleases God is faith. So let's know him better and believe him more, so we can make statements of faith and trust him and move forward in our lives and see him honored and glorified. That's real, genuine success. Blessings upon you.